Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing, and today delighted to get back on the channel Arnie Dawson. He's now currently 8-0, 4 knockouts. It's fight week, a very quick turnaround since your last fight against Marley Mason. But yeah, this time out you're boxing Mitchell Smith at the O2 Arena on the Fabio Wardley v Joseph Parker undercard for the WBO European lightweight title, which is currently vacant. First of all, how are you today, Arnie?
Yeah, good mate, good, thank you. Yeah, very busy. Where it's like you say, it's fight week, so running about, doing the last few little things, dropping tickets and all that stuff. But yeah, good mate, very good. Excited for Saturday and looking forward to it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I understand that, it's. I wouldn't. Yeah, would you say this fight is sort of short? Yeah, how much weeks' notice have you had for this fight against Mitchell Smith? So, because it seems like it's come about, wouldn't say out of nowhere, but you get what I mean.
No, it has come from nowhere. To be fair, I found out last Monday. I had 11 days notice, so it'll be 11 days from when I found out to fight night. So yeah, very quick turnaround and very short notice. I was ready in there because, like you said, I'd boxed not long ago. I only boxed 3.5 weeks ago, but actually the notice for this fight I only had 11 days. So yeah, I've got to cram in all of the like dropping ticks and all that stuff into the 11 day short period. So
So did you know about this? Oh, so you didn't know about this fight until Monday.
yeah, until last Monday. So I say I got a phone call last Monday night, saying, "Do you want to box on the Wardley Parker undercard for the WBO European title against Mitchell Smith?" And I said, "Yeah." So and then that was the first I'd heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, were you have you been in the were you in the gym since that Marley fight or
Well, I boxed Marley. I had a week off, and then I had a week of like ticking over, sort of steady, getting back running. So I'd been back in the gym a week, but like a week steady, not like full camp, obviously, just back in a week, like getting the feel of it, and then um, after that week, on the Monday after that, I found out. So then it was straight back into proper training.
yeah, 100%. I mean, even though that you've had 11 days notice, you're coming off a big win over Marley Mason in what was a great night of boxing, a good show, but I believe that you and Marley did steal the show that night. I mean, there was
Yeah,
some good fights.
like you say, I've only got 11 days notice, but I'm coming off of a win. It's only 4 weeks to the day. But by the time the show comes around, there'll have only been a 4 week difference in between the shows. So yeah, it's a quick turnaround, but one that I believe the fight with Marley will leave me in good stead ahead of this fight.
Yeah, I mean you're on a bit of a big, you're on a bit of a roll at the minute with the fights you're having. Very sort of been a very good year for you so far as well. Hope and it continues on Saturday night. I mean,
Yeah, mate.
you couldn't really ask for much more.
Yeah, no, Martin, my manager from the Peacock, he's rang me. I've said yes every time, and then we've gone to work. So yeah, when the phones rang, I've said yes every time, and it's led to it's led me to having a good year because I've not turned down any opportunity. So yeah, very good year.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, with that Marley fight, we were talking. I did interview you beforehand, and we were saying, oh, is that a the winner surely gets a title, maybe an area title, maybe like a Commonwealth silver, but it's an even bigger opportunity than maybe you would have expected after that fight on a big stage like this with on a Queensbury show, WBO European, big
Yeah,
platform, big stage, big belt.
massive. Yeah, exactly that, man. That's exactly hard. Something up, big platform, big opportunity, big belt. So yeah, like perfect.
Yeah, were you sort of expecting to fight on this card?
No, like I said, I had 11 days, and that's all I knew about it. So 11 days out from a show like this, you never expect to be added onto it because the card's done normally, isn't it? Like 11 days out, you'd never expect to be added to a big fight like this, a big card like this. So yeah, that's why I had to say yeah straight away.
Yeah, and as it's such a good opportunity for such a good for a big title as well that will get your shoot your WBO rankings like up there, won't it? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. Obviously, at the minute I won't be ranked with the WBO, so that would get me ranked with the WBO somewhere. I don't know whether that's top 25 or whatever that may be, but that will get me up there somewhere. Yeah.
no, 100%. What do you know about Mitchell Smith? I mean, I believe he has won the WBO European and English title, but that was down at super featherweight.
To be fair, all I know really is what most people will know. If anything, they probably know more than me because they might have been around when he was like in his heyday, so to speak. I know that he was a very good fighter, like on the rise, winning lots of titles, winning lots of accolades, and a very good fighter. And then obviously he got beat in that 10 rounder. I think it was 2015, 16, or 17, or somewhere around that time.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
obviously what's happened since then has happened, and he had loads of time out, and this is sort of his comeback. But to be honest with you, I like where I was sort of young whilst he was on the rise, and I wasn't as into like up and coming boxing when he was up and coming. I only really know what other people know. Like I know that he's on his comeback. He wants to get back to the big stage, and this is my first opportunity as a whole. This is his first opportunity since coming back to get back to where he was. So yeah, good fighter. Um, very good fighter. Big step up for myself. 18-1, like with 9 knockouts. Bit like one Southern Area English WBO European title. So it is a big step up, and I have a lot of respect there for what he's done and for him coming back. And the story is a good story, but yeah, I only really know what is documented. To be fair,
Yeah, I mean, people would say, he was almost the golden boy back in a few years ago. Then he had his defeat. Now he's back. It's his chance to try and get his way back on with Frank Warren and try and get his name back out there. But in the same way, it's the same for you. It's your first chance on a Queensbury show, a DAZN show, and it's a chance to make your name and prove to yeah.
yeah. Well, like you say, it's we're in very similar situations, but despite there being slight differences, it's my breakout chance, and it's his breakout chance since his comeback. So even though like I say, we're at different stages in our careers, it's actually a very similar opportunity. It's a breakout for me, but it's also a breakout for him on his comeback. So yeah, like you say, he's in a very similar situation to me, whether even though that's further down the line, but this is my first chance at it, and this is his first chance at getting back to it. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And lots of people are talking about this fight on social media, saying how good the fight is. Saying that it could potentially steal the show. It's one that people are really getting excited for when it got announced as well. People might say, oh, they might edge Mitchell the favourite, as they've seen him on back in the day. He was like a very good fighter. But yeah, I've seen lots of mixed opinions on social media saying it's a real 50-50 fight, this one.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course it is. But if anything, he's the favourite. I'm the underdog going in. He's 18-1. He's been there and done it and got the t-shirt. Like you say, he's had this exact belt before, and I've not even challenged for it. I've not won an area title yet, and he's won an area title, an English title. So, and from what I've seen online, I don't look too much into it, and I've not seen loads and loads, but the talk is about how it's his comeback fight and it's his chance to get back to where he was, and this is his opportunity to. But like I say, there's plenty of respect there, but I'm not I'm not involved in the fight to be a part of his story in a sense. You know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not there to play my part in his comeback fight. I'm there to write my own story.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I think it was. I don't want to say it's the wrong. I believe it was Dev Sani or something put out.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
Mitchell Smith. It's big comeback fight. Oh, everyone's saying, oh, this Mitchell Smith. But do you feel like it's a big fight for you as well, and you're not there to just turn up. You're there to really, yeah. rip up the script and make your own party.
Yeah, well, like, what Dev and what everyone's saying really isn't wrong. It is his chance to get back to where he was, and he was a great fighter, and he did have like the world at his feet, and a lot of people were talking about him as a next big superstar. So what they're saying isn't wrong, but I'm just also not going along with that same story. Do you know what I mean? Like they are right in what they're saying. This is his chance to get back to where it was. This is his comeback story. This is his comeback. But I'm not part. I'm not there with a pen writing his story as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm not following the this is the Mitchell Smith comeback. Do you know what I mean? It's my come up, not his comeback. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel a bit disrespected and overlooked
No, no,
with
not to
people saying that?
again because I don't like I say, it is his comeback fight. So and he has done more than me. So he is the favourite. So I'm not disrespected in that sense. And also, people in the game will know it's not straightforward. And myself and my team know that it's not a straightforward comeback fight for Mitchell. So, and I think they know that as well. Like not even in a bad way. I just think they'll know that I'm not a walkover, and they'll know that it's not like an easy fight. So no, I don't feel disrespected because I don't think anyone's out there disrespecting me because I think they know it's not an easy fight.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what most people saying on social media. They can't pick it. What
Like even
makes
I don't even just mean sorry. I don't even just mean like him and his team. I mean even Dev posting the video. It like he's writing in the video he's posting, but I think even he knows it's not an easy like. It's all a, like, will this be the Mitchell Smith comeback? It's not a dead set. This is the Mitchell because they know it. Even they all know it's an easy fight, not an easy fight. Sorry, like they all know that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've been you train in one of the best gyms out there at the minute, sparring with big names, good fighters. What does this fight? I know it's a big breakout, it's a big moment for you. Like I will mention it, Louis O'Doherty won the British on a Queensbury show. He was the away fighter. People were saying, that Galackin would win. It's sort of wouldn't say exactly but similar in sort of ways that people saying, it's Galackin trying to break out, like they're saying Mitchell Smith.
Yeah, well, this is a big opportunity for me because, like you say, it's the first time there'll be eyes on me that might not have been on me before, like the big eyes and the TV and stuff. And I know that what I can do, and my team know what I can do. So it's just a it's just a chance to actually get out there and show it. But as for a boxing match, it's a boxing match, and it's not what will be. Whether we've done the fight on a small show or a big show, it's a boxing match, and I'm there to win regardless, whoever's watching. So.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, WBO European as well. As we mentioned a minute ago. Of course you have won one title so far in the Commonwealth Youth. But what does this one mean to you?
It'll be massive because it's like the Commonwealth Youth is a big title, like is a good title. I think where it's fairly new, there's a few people now picking it up, and there's more people boxing for it, more recognised names boxing for it. But the WBO European, if when you look back in history, there's good fighters that have won that, like, and then good fighters that have then gone on to box at like whether that's the interim level or world level. Do you know what I mean? So that's just it's my first like major title really. Also, where the Commonwealth Youth title was a youth title, there is age limits on who can box for it. Whereas this is my first like sort of open class, shall I say, title where it's a big title that anyone can win, and if I'm holding it, then yeah.
Yeah, do you believe Mitchell Smith and his team are overlooking you going into the fight on Saturday night?
No, I don't think so. I think like I know his coach. I don't know him well, but I know his coach. Like I get on alright with him. Like only see him at shows and say hello sort of thing. Like I don't actually know him personally, but they'll know I'm a good fighter. Do you know what I mean? And same way that I know he's a good fighter, they'll know that I'm a good fighter. So I don't believe they're overlooking me, and if they are, they'd be wrong to. But yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I think the respect will be mutual. Like I said, I respect him. I think the respect there will be mutual, and he'll think the same.
Yeah, like with the whole press conference and stuff, I can imagine, you're both respectful guys. You could be quite respectful. in the thing. Have you got to like when are you going down to like the fight week hotel and stuff? Will do you feel like that's when the nerves will sort of kick in and the sort of this is it sort of thing?
I don't know if this is I don't know if this is just on my side and he could be there, so I could be talking out of turn, or I don't know if this is because the fight was added like late. I'm actually not at the press conference. I know they've got a media workout tomorrow and then a press conference Thursday. I'm not at either of those things, so I'll just
Oh,
be there. I'll just be there at the weigh-in on Friday, and then the weigh-in Friday night. Like there's the weigh-in Friday morning and then the
the
can't think of the
ceremonial one.
yeah, the ceremonial weigh-in Friday evening. So I'll be there, and that's probably where I'll pick up some interviews and this and that, and see some things going on. But I think where I'm not there in the thingy, I've not got a long time to like stew um on nerves and being around the like. Even though it's my first time on the big stage, I'm not straight chucked into like press conferences and media workout and this and day after day after day. Like I'll be there at the weigh-in, that'll be big, and then it'll be a big fight night. But yeah, just those two things to tick off, and then it'll be then yeah, go time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you put a post out on your social media, that you were at the Fabio Wardley Clark fight, when it was later. Did you know that, a year later, or is a year or two later now, that you'd be fighting at the O2? Has it been a dream for you to be fighting at the O2 Arena?
To be honest with you, I've been to the O2 a couple of times to box, and like it's a dream to box at all of these big things. I can't say I've specifically been at the O2 and gone, oh, I want to box here when I'm older. But when you're at the shows, you do picture being on the big shows. Like when I've been to Manchester Arena and stuff like that, you do picture being on the big shows. Like I said, I can't say that I've looked at the O2 and gone, yeah, that's the one I want to box at. Like I've not had a specific thing about the O2, but when you're at those big shows, you do always dream of being a part of them. And to think that I've been to the big shows at the O2 and then the next big show at the O2 I'm a part of it is quite special.
Yeah, and that promo video of when you were a bit younger, watching on in the stands. Now you're there. There's going to be lots of people watching big arena for the first time. But yeah, I can imagine you always bring a good army down wherever you fight. You have your fans there. He'll have his fans. Do you, I know you'll probably find out later on in the week, but do you know sort of if it's on just before the main card or what time it's on? About would you say about half six, seven?
So I find out at the weigh-in on the Friday what time it's actually on, but I imagine it's on the main card, like a 10 rounder for the WBO European title. I imagine it's on the main card. So I think the main card starts at 6 or 7. So whatever time the main card starts, I'm sure we'll be on. We might even open the main card, but yeah, I'm sure we'll be on the main card where it's a 10 rounder for a WBO European title, and obviously his story is a big story, so I think they'll want to post about that and want to broadcast that on the broadcast on the night.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Is it all right if I have if I ask you for your prediction for the main event?
Yeah, the main event. I don't really have a favourite like in terms of who I want to win.
Yeah, yeah.
Wardley's fairly local to me and he's British. So I guess you got to back the Brit, so to speak. But I think Parker's just going to be too seasoned and too seasoned and too well rounded for him. To be honest, I think he has the ability to do what Hooney did, but he punches harder than Hooney and he's a lot more cleverer than Hooney. So he wouldn't get drawn in. And the same thing that happened to Hooney of winning and winning and winning and then getting tagged wouldn't happen to Parker. If you put Parker into that round 10 that Wardley chinned Hooney and he was ahead, he wouldn't be walking onto a silly shot with
It's
only six.
Cruz, wouldn't he?
Yeah, not even Cruz, but he's got a good cornerman in Andy Lee. Andy Lee just wouldn't let him coast, but they wouldn't be walking onto a silly shot when they've got the fight almost won. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, look, just the last couple things, yeah. And do you believe Parker's number? I mean, people were saying he might even be the number two heavyweight in the world behind Usyk. Where do you think What number do you reckon Parker is at the moment?
It's weird. It's weird because he's in and around there, and his wins are his wins show. But I also think in heavyweight boxing, it's so different to like the other weights where he could box someone that's like I don't know 10th in the world and not in that conversation for top one, two, or three, and get chinned because it's heavyweight boxing. So I
Yeah.
bet he's definitely in the conversation. He's a top 5 heavyweight for sure.
Yeah, and it's like it's a chance for Fabio Wardley as well to really almost gate crash the world scene.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's been like, he's, it's like, even though it's fully deserved, it's like a fully deserved early Christmas present. Like Fraser Clark is a very good fighter, but Fraser Clark isn't of the world level that Parker, and neither is Justice Hooney. And to think that a win against Parker is you're boxing Usyk or you're getting elevated to world champion if Usyk vacates, like that's a big jump from Clark to thingy. So yeah, even though it is it is well deserved. He's been given a great opportunity.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, final things as I said. Have you got a final message to the fans who may, to your supporters that are going to be making the trip and watching back at home live on DAZN, watching the biggest fight of your career to date against Mitchell Smith, and to maybe some of the people who it might be their first time seeing you.
Yeah, so just a big thank you to everyone traveling down. Like I say, I had 11 days notice, and the response to tickets has been really, really good. Given that I've only had 11 days, a big thank you to all my sponsors for supporting me and backing me, and like supporting me before I was on this big stage, and now I'm on this big stage. That they'll get their recognition. So yeah, it's a big thank you. And for those that haven't seen me before, just tune in and see the show that I'll put on. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you got a final message to Mitchell Smith? I know you're not one for the trash talk, but
Nah, that's not really me, man. I have respect for him as a fighter. Anyone that gets in the ring, I have respect for. It's not like I'm not going to sit here and look at the camera and start talking rubbish. But no, yeah, I hope like we're both going to go in there and leave everything on the line, and we so and the best man will come out victorious, and I believe that'll be me. So yeah,
Yeah, 100%. And from me, Arnie, a big thank you for your time as always. I really do appreciate it, and all the best on Saturday night. Good luck.
cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Bye.